Hello everyone, welcome to Cuckoo and Mo and Deb. We are live. We're going to have a little talk with everyone.
We're gonna have a little talk with you.
We're at my house today. We've been cooking, made several things, and we've come across something. Actually, this is something that I've had on my refrigerator I don't know how many years. My son gave it to me, and it's been on my refrigerator ever since. Sometimes I ignore it.
And sometimes you don't. And this is one of those don't times.
Most of the time I'm thinking I really shouldn't be ignoring that. So I wanted to share what I have kept on my refrigerator for all these years.
And we're glad you are, Deb, because you see, Deb and I are on a journey to lose some weight. And it is a journey. Y'all know, if you've ever dieted before, but we're not trying to think of what we're doing as a diet. We're trying to think about it as a lifestyle change.
Hi, Linda. How are you?
Linda Lou. So, we're going to talk about skinny stuff. We'll wait until a few more folks jump on here. What y'all been doing? It's Thursday. We're over the hump of the week. Tomorrow is Friday. So,
Can't believe the week's already over.
I know.
I know I said I wasn't going to do much next week, but I am going to try to do some video. So I'm going to be gone somewhere. Don't tell where. I'm going to do some hiking. No. And I've got some special video. I will have some special video, but I'm not going to tell you where until I'm there. It's going to be a surprise.
She's going to keep y'all in suspense. Oh, thank you, Linda.
Hi, Brenda. Oh, thank you for joining us, Brenda.
Oh, yay.
Yes. Thank you for following. Remember y'all, likes, loves, hearts, follows, shares. Share our
and we
recipes.
will show up in your feed if you do
Yes.
that stuff.
If you see something you like, you want to share it. Brenda, I'm also trying to get on board with low carb. That's what
That's what we're doing.
And I've found it to be successful in the past.
Yeah.
So low carb, stand away from the sugar stuff, and once you get over that hump, after you've got first started and you get over that hump, it becomes easier.
Get it? Well, you got to get it out of your system.
And
it takes a little while.
Yes, you do. Well, yes, but once you kind of get your mindset, I think, right.
Well, that's the most important thing
is.
is up here. It starts up here, as you know.
But when you're reading labels, because you got to read labels to check your carbs, to check how much carbs are in things, and you see how many carbs are in some things, and you're like, I will not touch that. There's way too many carbs. If you're only eating 60 carbs a day and something has 32 carbs in it, you don't even want to do that.
50 pounds before doing low carb. Yeah,
Congratulations.
you can do it. That is great.
That's good. That's awesome.
I've lost and gained, but not 50 pounds. I've lost probably, the most I've ever lost has been like 20 pounds at a time. So, and then I gained back 25. Seems like that's how it works.
That's why we got it. That's why it's a
Hey,
journey
Martha. It is a journey.
learn how to eat right.
It's an up and down mountain and hills to climb and valleys.
Martha is in Ashland, Virginia. Thanks for tuning in, Martha.
So tonight we're going to talk about this thing that's been on Deb's refrigerator. Y'all have stuff on your refrigerator? It's called the Skinny Rules. Now, truth is, I ain't never going to be skinny.
I'm not either. I never have been. I skipped right through that.
Me either.
Those low sizes went right into the bigger sizes.
I weighed 12 pounds when I was born.
What? Are you serious?
You knew that.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
Well, if I did, I forgot.
You forgot.
Oh my
We
goodness.
I got embarrassed in
12
school
pounds.
when my teacher found out. And she was like, "Oh my goodness." Anyway, I think my mother must have had gestational diabetes, and they didn't test for it back then. I don't guess.
Oh,
Anyway, we're talking about the skinny rules, and
we're going to start reading them to you. And if you have any, you may have more
Comments?
rules that you follow, then please let us know.
yeah, these are good ones.
They are good ones. So rule 1 is to drink a large glass of water before every meal. No excuses. And you know why? Because when you drink a glass of water before you sit down to eat, you kind of get full
Fills up your belly.
already. So that's going to help you cut down how much you eat at your meal.
And Deborah and I were talking about this earlier. We don't think it's how necessarily what we eat as much as it is as especially in America, how much we eat. You know, everything in moderation is a thing that people say.
And that's one of our rules. You're going to see that in moderation and how the size, the amount that you put on your plate.
Hey, Lori. Okay, rule number 2, don't drink your calories. Did you know in a canned Coke, a regular Coke, there is 10 teaspoons of sugar in a regular 12-ounce canned Coke?
That don't make me not like it though. I still like my Cokes.
But still, don't drink your calories. You know,
it's a good rule.
It's poor nutrition, and we've all done it. We all do it sometimes.
I watched a video, and it was a heart doctor. He was giving the top 10 things that people should not do, so that he don't have to see you in the hospital. And one of them was to completely cut out soft drinks. Yeah. He said, "Do not do soft drinks."
And we think
they're just bad for you in general.
And you know, there is a correlation now between the aluminum in cans and Alzheimer's. Did you know that?
I did not.
So, also, I mean, it's not good for you. So, let's just stop them. Let's just don't do them.
It takes a little while. You have to wean yourself off, but it can be done.
Yeah.
All right. Now, rule number. Oh, sorry.
What did you just say?
I'm sorry.
If I have popcorn,
gotta have a Coke.
Yeah.
A Diet Coke.
Yeah. Okay.
Rule number 3 is eat protein at every meal, because if you don't, you're gonna be hungry and grouchy. So protein is very important. Again, that also helps to keep you full.
It does.
And it helps your body to burn the calories. So
high protein,
eat
low
your
carb.
protein.
High protein, low carb. Make that your mantra.
Congratulations, Linda. She's lost. She's been on a high protein, low carb diet for a year. Lost 6.
That's great. Deb's going to cough. But that is great, Linda. Oh my goodness. I need to lose right around 50 pounds to be at my goal weight, the weight I want to be. I want to lose about 50 pounds. So, but that's amazing. And you lost it slow, so it's going to stay off. So that's a good thing. Yeah. Anyway. All right. So eating protein at every meal. Okay, rule number 4. Slash your intake of refined flours and grains. So
that's low carb too.
Yeah, you don't have to cut them out completely, but cut way back on them. Flour, as you know, my doctor told me one day, he said, just stop eating anything white. No flour, no mayonnaise, no bread, no blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I can't do that, Doc. And he's like, well, it's one way to lose weight.
So I had my doctor tell me the same thing. It's a different doctor than yours. So.
So if we cut way back on our refined flours and grains, or eat whole grains instead of more.
Hello, Karen and Sharon. Karen says she lost 90 pounds on Weight Watchers.
That is amazing.
That's wonderful. And Weight Watchers is a great weight loss program.
I have the app on my phone, and sometimes if I really want to know, you know, how I'm eating, I'll use the app.
And they have great recipes. So it's a good one to follow.
Yeah, I keep forgetting to cancel it. I need to cancel it out. I'm paying that $10 a month. And I'm like, every time it hits my account, I'm like, shoot, I'm going to cancel it again. Anyway.
Rule number 5 is to eat 30 to 50 grams of fiber a day. So you can do that by eating broccoli, your greens. You can get fiber in ways other than Metamucil, or, you know, you can do it naturally.
Right. That's good. That's a good point. And the higher in fiber something is, then it really reduces the calorie deficit, you know, something like that. Like if you look at your label and your fiber is really high, then it's definitely a better thing, better choice. Okay, rule number 6. Eat apples and berries every single day. Every single day, it says. Twice it said that. Remember the old saying, an apple a day
keeps the what away?
The doctor away. I thought you had forgotten it. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. That has been around for years. There's got to be something to it. You know, I've noticed over the last month, as I've been changing my eating habits, the days that I don't have an apple in the morning, I get hungrier in the afternoon. If those mornings when I'm about 9:30, 10 o'clock, I eat an apple, I find myself full all day until supper time. So that's interesting.
It is. Rule number 7 is no carbs after lunch. I mean, we've been talking about carbs already, and we know how bad carbs are. Carbs are not great for you, so when you're cutting the carbs down, after lunch would be a great time not to have any, because then you're not going to get. So hold on, I got a cough again.
Okay, goodness. Well, you're not sick, so it must be allergies then. So those carbs, yeah, they add some pounds to us for sure. And
Oh my goodness.
you might think it's hard to think about not having carbs after lunch, but if you think about it, if you eat your biggest meal of the day at lunch instead of at supper time, then your body has time to break down those carbs. And, you know, if you eat a big meal before you go to bed at night, your body's trying to break down all that food, and it just doesn't have time. It doesn't really give your body a chance.
I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm coughing. I just got a tickle.
The tickle in your throat, it's because we're on live.
Of course, I hadn't done that all evening.
No, I haven't heard you coughing.
Brenda says her daughter-in-law's in the works of losing weight, doing moderation and calories. I guess she's watching calories, and she's lost 50 pounds so far. That's awesome.
That is awesome.
Hello, Melody.
Number 8, learn to read the labels on food so you know what you're eating. You don't know what's in stuff unless you look at the labels.
Right.
And even then, sometimes it's like a foreign language.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, that says, do I really want to eat this if I don't know what it is? Probably not.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Probably not.
Number 9 is stop guessing about portion size and get it right.
Mm-hmm.
So if you got a food scale that you can leave inside. I did see something where this is more of a guessing, but 3 ounces of something is the size of your palm.
Mm-hmm.
1 tablespoon of like a butter or oil is your thumb, and there was another one, but you can't remember the other one. That's still guessing.
So your
but
palm is like if you fix yourself a chicken breast, that size, not your whole hand, because that's kind of what we tend to do is the whole hand instead of just the palm. But you know, we love to eat, and
but a better thing to do is to use your kitchen scale and measure and know exactly
if you have
how
one, for
much
sure.
how much you're eating.
Mm-hmm. Rule number 10: no more added sweeteners, including artificial ones.
Yeah,
That's
tough.
hard for me
That's tough.
because I like a little bit of sweet in my coffee.
Mm-hmm.
However, I will tell you that a doctor friend has told me that monk fruit is probably the best option.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I bought. And I'm still sweetening my coffee.
I've got some monk fruit. You can buy it in. Is yours the liquid monk fruit?
No, but I need to get some to put in my purse because I bought a big bag and it looks just like sugar. So I put it in my little, I have a little sugar container that I use at my coffee bar, and it looks just like sugar. So
Here's what I have, and it's stevia and monk fruit.
oh,
Have you
nice.
saw that?
No,
I think I saw it
need
at
that.
Food City.
It says Whole Foods.
Whole Foods. I know I saw
Whole
it.
Earth.
But
never
but
mind.
I saw it at Food City.
Okay, good.
I mean, I think that's where I bought
We'll
it.
get it. We'll
Okay.
get it. We'll get it. Okay.
Get rid of those white potatoes. Yes, that's a. That is a big deal. Potatoes gotta
Did
go.
that hurt your ear?
No, it
Okay.
didn't.
Oh, man.
Let's see. Deanna, I lost 50 pounds in a 2-year period.
That's great.
Way healthier to lose weight in a longer period
Yes.
rather than a short time. More chance of it coming back if in a
Yeah,
shorter
if you
period.
lose
So
it
true.
fast.
You're exactly
And
right.
that gives you time to truly change your habits.
Exactly.
Because it's all about habits. It's what we get used to, right?
That's exactly right.
So what was that about them potatoes? Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, and I hope I hadn't told y'all this already, but if I have, stop me. We had a lunch and learn. They had a big potato bar, and the potatoes were like this big.
huge.
And I walked in the room, and I'm like, but they also had salad, and they had all the toppings for the potatoes. So I took and I got me a salad, and I topped it with all those yummy toppings, and I walked right by those potatoes. So you can do it.
The next one is number 12. Make one day a week meatless. I don't know. I mean, we can
probably
get.
do that anyway, don't we?
I used to hardly ever eat I did not eat a lot of meats, but I feel like I get more of my protein that way.
Yeah,
so
me
I
too.
probably eat more now than I used to. But I think I could definitely do
I
that
could do
if I
that,
had to.
no problem, for sure. Especially this summertime when all these gardens are coming
Right.
in, y'all.
I like just a plate of, well, of course, it's
Hey,
usually
Gail.
fried squash and fried
Yum.
or okra, but I won't do fried anymore. But,
No, well, not anytime soon anyway.
yeah.
We don't want to derail our progress, right?
Right.
Okay, get rid of fast foods and fried foods.
There we
That
go.
one to me is not real hard because I've done that a long time ago. Now, do I every now and then crave a Big Mac? Yes, I do. Have I been known to ride through there and get me a Big Mac? Yes, I have. But for the most part, we stay away from the fast food unless it's like getting a salad or something from Wendy's.
And they
So-
have good salads too, by the way.
They do have
Wendy's.
good salads. That what did I tell you my favorite was?
Parmesan is
Yeah,
Parmesan
that chicken
something.
Parmesan. Oh, I know.
Well, my favorite.
Caesar. Parmesan Caesar.
Okay, Parmesan Caesar.
Caesar.
The other one is the cranberry pecan.
Yeah, that's
Or
apple,
apple
pecan.
or something. Yeah,
it's
that's a
good
really
too.
good one. Courtney says, so excited I caught y'all live. Hi,
Yay,
Courtney.
woo.
Hey, Gail. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, number
Oh, Courtney said we
14.
were pretty.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
14 is eat a real breakfast. I've always thought that breakfast should be your best meal, your biggest meal. Have I done that? Not hardly ever. Hi, Peggy. But eating a good breakfast gets you started off really good for the day. And if you can fix some eggs and maybe some bacon or something, if you're eating a a low carb meal, you can eat eggs and bacon in moderation.
Yeah.
Because
For
that's
sure.
giving you lots of good protein. You
Okay.
take over.
All right, I'm taking over, Dan. Okay, rule number 15. Make your own food and eat at least 10 meals a week at home. Now, listen, y'all. If you watch Cooking with Mo and Deb, you should be able to come up with 10 meals to cook at home. I'm really speaking to my daughters right here because I know that young people eat out a lot more than us old people do. I feel like they do anyway. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but I know my girls, they're door dashing. They're eating out a lot, and
We don't live in an area that door dashes, so we don't have that
no, we
problem.
don't even have DoorDash, nor would I use it if we had it, because I'd rather cook it myself
Yeah.
or go out and experience eating out. But yeah, so eat at home, fix your own food. You know what's going in it if you do that.
Peggy, I don't know what happened. Because we got some other orders for our cookbook today. If you want to send us a private message and let me know what happened, we'll look into it.
Yeah.
I don't know why you wouldn't have been able to order the cookbook, but send us a private message and let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Linda says, Weight Watcher says breakfast is the most important meal. I've always believed that, Linda.
Yeah, I've
That's
always
been
heard that too.
my philosophy also.
Now, a lot of people do intermittent fasting now and they don't eat breakfast, which is fine too. My doctor said that's fine to do that if that's what you want to do. But, I mean, just another thing is, well, no, this is on there. Okay, make sure you're getting enough food. Do you know if you don't eat enough, like if you crash diet and just don't eat enough, then your body's going to think you're starving, so it's going to start storing up fat for the hunger, you know.
That's right. It's
So
as bad
you
for
gotta eat
you.
enough too.
It's as bad. Not eating enough is as bad as eating too much.
Yeah. Okay, we're on 16.
16 is banish high salt foods.
Yeah,
I don't think I'd overdo with salt myself. I do salt, but
I don't
I think I'm
overdo
okay
it
with
myself, but y'all, when you go eat out, you don't know how they're salting that
That's
food. I was craving some Chinese food, and I love me some Chinese food, and I love me some hot and sour soup. But y'all, the next day, my fingers were so tight and swollen from all that sodium. I regretted it after that. So
hi there, Rhonda. And she says, heard once, eat breakfast like a king, lunch like a queen, and dinner like a pauper. I've
That's
heard that. It's a
great.
great,
That's neat.
it's perfect.
I don't
Yes.
think I've ever heard that.
But that's exactly what we should do. We've always, or in my family, we've always had done it backwards.
Yeah.
Dinner meal was
Yeah.
the king meal.
Yeah, we always at supper time was always fried chicken and mashed taters. Okay, we're on what, 17?
Number 17. Eat your vegetables.
You
Just
took my
do
turn.
it. Sorry. I'm sorry. You can have the next two.
No,
I
just
disagree
kidding.
with the next one, but
Okay. Eat your vegetables.
Eat your vegetables.
Just do it. Okay. Well,
Yes.
yeah. I mean,
that's like a no-brainer.
if you love vegetables, that's not hard. There are people in the world, and I've met one. Actually, I sleep with him, and it's my husband, and he's not a big fan of anything green. He will eat a salad. He will eat broccoli if I pour cheese all over it. He will eat green beans, but he whines about it the whole time. So, yeah, there are people that don't care for vegetables, but just do it, this says. Just do it. Okay. Rule number 18 that Deb disagrees with. Go to bed hungry. I disagree with that too.
I would not say go to bed hungry.
I
at
think
all.
if you eat right,
you're not
you're
going
not going to be hungry.
But if you are, go ahead and have a little something, because you're not going to sleep. You're not going to do it. So it's going to be hard to go to sleep if you do it all.
Well,
So
and if you do eat something, just make sure it's not anything with a lot of sugar or carbs in it.
yeah,
Make sure it's something, halfway healthy. Even if you got some leftover grilled chicken in the fridge, just
grab a
have
bite. That's all it's going to take to get filled
I've
up.
done that. Yeah. So
You do the next one. Number 19.
All right, sleep right. So that could mean a lot of things, but what it means, make sure you're getting at least 8 hours of sleep a night, which is hard for people because we don't like to go to bed because we know the next day we got to go to work or whatever. So go to bed early enough and get up and get plenty of sleep, because your body does all of its work cleansing itself and breaking down your foods and all of that while you're
resting.
sleeping. So sleep right. Sleep is extra important. And I don't think we talk about that near enough.
I don't know if I agree with this one either, but it says to, I guess, a sort of do kind of.
Yeah, I do.
Plan one splurge meal a week. And I think that's probably okay once you're on the right track. But when you first get started, you need to be strict about what you're doing to get yourself on the right track.
Yeah,
And then once you're there, then you say, okay, Saturday night we're going out, so I'm gonna have a roll at Logan's.
Yeah, exactly.
Something
you
that
have
you love.
to be careful, because I think you can derail your progress. I've done that myself over the last month. There was one week where I had lost 3.5 pounds. And so I thought, I'm having a celebration meal. And then I went and had, I don't even remember what restaurant it was now, but the next day I gained 2 of those pounds back. And I don't know, and then it took me another 2 or 3 days to lose it again. So I'm like having to lose the same pounds I've already lost. So you can derail your progress if you're not careful.
Judy is my cousin.
Hi, Bob and Judy.
Hi, y'all. And
hi, cousin.
Hi, Brenda in West Virginia.
Oh, look.
It's Althea
Althea.
from
I was trying to say
Andalusia.
Aletha. Althea, hi.
Andalusia's not too far from
I didn't
us.
know you were from Andalusia, Althea.
So those are our 20 skinny tips. Do you have some skinny tips? I'm going to type this up and I'll post it so that y'all might want to print it off and hang it on your refrigerator so that it's staring you in the face every time you walk to the refrigerator.
Gives you something to think about for sure.
Yeah. So, hi, Amanda.
And Deb, where is the first place you notice you've lost weight? When you lose weight?
My face.
Me too, my face. So I told Deb the other day, I said, it's like on the movie Hook. You know that movie? Have you watched the movie Hook? Robin Williams plays a grown-up Peter Pan. And he realizes at some point that he is truly Peter Pan. At first he denies it because he doesn't remember. And then he finally remembers, and he's with the Lost Boys, who are like still not convinced he's actually Peter Pan. But there's this little bitty boy, and he takes Peter's face and he starts stretching it and pulling it and stretching it. And he looks real close at him and he says, oh, there you are, Peter. And that's exactly how I feel when I see myself in the mirror after I've lost weight. Because before I was like, and then I'm like, oh my goodness, there you are, Mo.
I have actually read that too when you're doing a low carb and low sugar, because it's the sugar. When the sugar goes out, it kind of drains your drains your face. I don't know how it works, but
Yeah.
that helps you.
Well, poor
losing it
nutrition
in your face.
is, I mean, it's just, it does a toll on everything about you, all of your body. Rhonda says, y'all are beautiful as you are, but I know you want to feel better. Rhonda, that is what this whole thing's been about. You know, I'm fine with my weight per se. I mean, I'm a grandmother. I'm okay with having a few extra pounds. But let me tell you what I ain't okay about. I ain't okay about moving like an 80-year-old at 61. So that's what it was about for me. What about you, Deb? Same?
Well, I mean, I just want to be healthier.
Yeah.
It just makes you feel better when you look when you're
It does.
at a size that fits your body.
Yeah.
So it just makes you feel better, and eating right is important for many reasons, not just for how you look. Hi, Margie.
So y'all may be wondering, does this mean you're not going to cook any good Southern cooking anymore? No. It just means we're going to eat a small portion of it when we cook it and not pig out on it. So also it means that we're going to be cooking some healthier options. And we actually did one tonight that was to die for. It was so good.
You'll see it next week.
You'll see it next week. We're going to post it next week while Deb's on her trip to where she's
Somewhere.
not telling us. I ain't telling. And but anyway, it's probably the first of our healthy recipes. I mean, we've done some before, but we haven't really during this time of weight loss that we're trying to do.
So that is the skinny tips, the skinny rules, the 20 skinny rules. If y'all have more, maybe we need to make it more than 20. So if you know some,
Put them in the chit chat.
yes, put them in the chat and let me add them to
I think they should
this
call
list.
it chit chat.
The chit chat.
Put it in the chit chat.
So let us know what you think. And y'all just keep watching us, keep tuning in, watching us live, watching our videos, telling your family about us, forwarding our videos to your family and friends. We want everybody to join us.
Y'all, I want to tell you a little story. Today I was at our post office in our little small town of Mayberry, RFD, and a young man was in there, and I see him all the time, and I'm mailing cookbooks, and we struck up a conversation, and he said, wow, y'all are mailing an awful lot of cookbooks. And I said, yeah, we are. I said, you know, we have a cooking channel, and we started talking about that. He said, wow, I'm going to go follow you. And I said, well, do you cook? And he said, my wife does. And I said, well, good, let her follow us too. And I said, you know, we've got a lot of good recipes that are easy to fix. So he said, I'm going to follow you, and I'm going to tell my wife about you. How much is your cookbook? And so we just had that conversation, but it's so, what it's really all about for us, y'all, is just sharing the things that we've learned in the kitchen over the years with other people. And I especially love it when young people are excited about it, you know, and start following us and learning how to cook.
Right.
Maybe they don't know. So, anyway,
That's good.
little side note.
That's a good side note.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to sign off. And I hope y'all have a great evening, and tune in again. See you later.
Bye. Have a good week.